Welcome to the 301st episode of What's Pissing Me Off Today. And it's gonna be a long one, so buckle up, buckaroos. The impeached peach president now says it doesn't matter if there was an imminent threat. He assassinated Qasem Soleimani because Soleimani was a bad guy. He did bad things. So we've already disregarded the original justification for the assassination. I mean, at least George W. Bush stuck to the WMD lie. This motherfucker just gave up. It's fucking embarrassing. Of course, he was trying to double down for about a week, saying, oh yeah, there was definitely going to be an attack. In fact, he was going to blow up an embassy. No, he was going to blow up 4 embassies. It's like the little fucking kid on the playground just tells lies after lies after lies, bigger and bigger, until he can't even keep track of them anymore, and he's just fucking talking about how he went to the moon last weekend. It's fucking embarrassing. And then Mike Pompeo comes and was like, yeah, there was definitely going to be an attack. We don't know where or when, but U.S. lives were at stake. And we're just supposed to believe these lying pieces of shit.
Somebody lies. Yeah. Now somebody lies.
I mean, Trump's own Secretary of Defense said he saw no evidence of an upcoming attack. Then you got Representative Mike Lee. Mike Lee, a Trump fanatic, a guy who has his head so far up Trump's ass, his breath smells like undigested Trump steak. He came out of the briefing with Congress after the assassination and said it was a fucking joke. When Trump can't even convince Mike Lee, you know it's some bullshit.
This is bullshit.
As it turns out, Trump actually planned the assassination 7 months ago. How's that for imminent threat? And on the same night they took out Soleimani, they tried to take out another Iranian general in Yemen, because we're still fucking around in Yemen. It's all part of this bullshit Trump persona of the big, strong, tough guy, right? He's like a loose cannon cop who doesn't play by the rules. He's gonna take all the bad guys down by any means necessary. It's fucking just bullshit to try to rile up his base, and as he has already admitted, try to get support from certain GOP senators and Republicans who he will need during the impeachment. It is all fucking bullshit!
American bullshit.
And all that bullshit and all the chaos and all the aggression led to 176 people dying. And no, I'm not just blaming Trump for that plane getting shot down. I'm blaming 2 moronic governments who had to beat their chest and stroke their egos and let the people pay the price. Because that's what always happens when governments attack each other or go to war. The people pay the price. It's called collateral damage. It's not innocent lives getting lost. It's just collateral damage. And that's what no one really considers, right? We don't consider the innocent lives lost. We just want to kill the bad guy, right? Wipe out the baddies. It's simple.
Are we the baddies?
But as we should have learned in Iraq and Afghanistan, in Syria and Yemen and Libya, and Vietnam and Korea, it's never that simple. And yeah, our military could have easily defeated Iran's military. That's not a fucking problem. That's like a fucking giant magnifying glass to an ant. I'm not fucking worried about Iran attacking us or our military losing. I'm worried about the human cost. The hundreds of thousands of Iranians and Iraqi civilians who will die and who have died already. I mean, shit, I got no beef with Iranians. Most of them have no beef with us. They were protesting their own government before all this, and now they're doing it again. And shit, if we didn't just assassinate one of their top government officials, they might have fucking loved us. And now, of course, you got Donald Trump saying, I support the Iranian people. I love the Iranian people. Yeah, he loves them so much, he put crippling sanctions on them, which is going to lead to even more deaths. And oh yeah, he also banned Iranians from coming to the U.S.
You asshole!
But thankfully, we're not invading Iran yet, and World War III has been delayed for now. But there has been no de-escalation. Trump sent 5,000 more troops to Iraq because we don't fight Iran in Iran. We fight them all over the Middle East, especially in Iraq. Because ever since we illegally invaded in 2003 based on a fucking lie, we treat Iraq like our little plaything. It's like a sandbox for our new military toys. It's like our fucking home fight screen in Street Fighter 2. You want to fight us? Fucking Taliban, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, fucking Iran. Shit, I'll see you in Iraq, bitch!
Round one, fight! Sonic boom!
But we always have a justification, right? We always say shit like, we're spreading democracy in the Middle East. We're spreading democracy in Iraq. Well, 17 years after the illegal invasion of Iraq, based on a fucking lie, Iraqis tried to express their democratic rights, and they voted to get the U.S. the fuck out of there. But Trump and Pompeo said, we're not going anywhere. In fact, Trump said, if Iraq tries to get the U.S. military out, he will freeze all their assets in U.S. banks. He's just going to steal their money. He swears he's in the fucking mafia, the fucking clown. And what are we going to do? Go to war with the fucking government that we installed in Iraq? I thought Trump wanted to get out of Iraq. I also thought he wanted to get out of Syria, but we're still there. I thought he wanted to get out of Afghanistan as well, but we're still there. And 2 U.S. servicemen just fucking died. Things are going great in the Middle East. Keep up the good work, Jared. Fuck you. So yeah, no big, sexy, flashy World War III, just boring old endless occupation and dead troops and dead civilians and apathetic Americans, and the war machine keeps chugging along. I mean, in the Iraq War alone, there were more than 4,000 dead U.S. troops and more than 600,000 dead Iraqi civilians, and no one bats a fucking eye. In fact, Americans love George W. Bush more than ever before, and he's the lying piece of shit that got us all into this mess. And my big fear is that even if a Democrat becomes president, nothing will change with foreign policy. I hear all of these fantasies from Democrats and liberals about if a Democrat becomes president, they're going to prosecute Trump for war crimes. That shit is not going to happen. Didn't you just hear what I said about the war criminal George W. Bush? America loves him again. He's Michelle Obama's bestie. If a Democrat becomes president, I'd be surprised if they even try to bring any troops home. Shit, the bare minimum for any Democratic presidential candidate right now should be to support the immediate withdrawal of all U.S. troops from Iraq. Will any of them do that? Sadly, I've come to expect less than the bare minimum, so I really don't think that's going to happen. So, sorry, Iraq. Nice try with that whole democracy thing, but we're going to hold on to the reins for just a little bit longer, maybe another 17 years or so. We just got to see this thing through to the end.